Good evening. I'm here tonight to talk to you about the chaos of cancer and the possible link between cancer and mobile devices. I was a runner, and now I'm a cancer survivor. I lost the ability to enjoy my passion for running 2 years ago when I had a stage 3 tumor the size of a softball removed from my left thigh, along with most of my quadricep muscles. I underwent 35 rounds of radiation and grueling physical therapy, all in an attempt to make this leg great again. This past December, as Carl said, I had surgery to remove a tumor that metastasized to my left lung. I'm now in stage 4. Talk about chaos. Cancer can turn your life and the lives of your loved ones completely upside down, affecting you physically, mentally, emotionally, forcing you to face your own mortality, never knowing if or when it's going to kill you. What's also chaotic is the information I found linking mobile devices to cancer. I had read that my cancer could have been caused by radiation exposure, but I couldn't figure out for the life of me, how did that apply to me? And then it hit me, my laptop. I spent hours upon hours working with my laptop on the very same thigh where my tumor formed, unaware that I shouldn't have put my laptop on my lap. You see, I never took the time to find or read any of those elusive disclaimers about my devices. I mean, who does? But when I did, I learned that my laptop should have been kept 8 inches away from my body. The disclaimer for my cell phone says, to reduce RF, radio frequency, exposure, use hands-free options such as text messaging or speakerphone. As I did more research, I learned that in 2011, the International Association for Research on Cancer, an agency of the World Health Organization, classified radio frequency electromagnetic fields as possibly carcinogenic to humans based on an increased risk for glioma, which is a type of brain cancer associated with wireless phone use. In 2018, the National Toxicology Program released their final reports on a study involving mice and rats, concluding that the rats that were exposed to high levels of radio frequency radiation, like that in 2G and 3G cell phones, developed cancerous tumors in their heart, along with evidence of tumors in the brain and adrenal glands. Richard Melnick, a senior toxicologist with the National Institute of Health who led the study, states that for children, the risks are even greater than that for adults because of increased penetration and absorption of cell phone radiation, and also because their developing nervous systems are more susceptible to tissue-damaging agents. Now think about the fact that iPads have many of the same components as cell phones. And then think of all the children that use these daily for educational or entertainment purposes. Let's think about the new virtual reality games where you place your cell phone in a headset that rests against your head. Don't forget what Dr. Melnick said about increased penetration and absorption for the children. How many parents know this? So where does the American Academy of Pediatrics stand on this issue? Well, they recommend limiting your children's screen time, and they also state that cell phones and similar devices are not recommended for children or toddlers. They also advocate the need for manufacturers to provide parents with meaningful disclosure. In fact, even Consumer Reports cites the need for prominent display of warnings. And yet there are none. So what can we do? Well, we can contact our elected officials and urge them to create legislature that would require prominently displayed warnings, just as they are on a pack of cigarettes. We can also limit our screen time, especially for our children, and we can use these more safely if we turn off the Wi-Fi and put it in airplane mode. You can also avoid carrying your cell phone in your bra or your pocket. In fact, don't let any of these devices touch your body for an extended period of time. Don't sleep with your phone on your pillow or bed unless the Wi-Fi is turned off. And also use the hands-free options, as I said earlier, to avoid placing these devices directly on your head. There is so much information and debate on this topic, so I urge you to educate yourselves, because knowledge is power. I'm not here to create hysteria. These devices are not going away. We wouldn't want them to. We rely on them too much. My goal is only to create awareness. If I can educate just one of you about how to use these devices wisely, then my own cancer will not have been in vain. Thank you.
My goal is that whether it's in life or death, that my story will inspire others to spread the word and not be afraid that people are going to think they're crazy. My goal is that even after I'm gone, I want people to know my story. I want people to know Susie's story too, because I promised her I'd keep it going. Never give up, never ever give up, never back down. And you know, as I said early on, my motto is I won't back down, and that applies in many ways. I'm not backing down to this cancer. I'm not giving up yet, but it's also I will not back down in regard to spreading this word.